and feeling you may have or how much hurt you may have, life has to go on. Life doesn't stop for anybody. So if you don't process that and understand that, you're stuck in whatever time period you got hurt forever. Forever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So grudges and anger and negativity, I don't have time for it because I'm living to do so much positive.
That right there is one of the realest things I've ever heard, and another tidbit of something that I live by. Don't get me wrong, because most people don't live by this method. They may read you as cold and distant, and you don't care about anything if you carry this type of energy. But that's the realest thing, is that we spend so much time trying to control how people move, control what people say, control what people do, that when they manage to still do what they want to do, we act like we're shocked and we're hurt and we pull the victim card and all the rest of that. The most freeing thing that I've ever obtained within my life is people say, I have trust issues. And I say, why? You know, like, trust everybody. And they say, how could you just trust anybody? I said, because I trust them to be who they are. I don't trust them to be who I think they are. I don't trust them to be who I hope they are. I don't trust them to be who I expect them to be. I trust them to do what they're going to do, be who they're going to be, and be a reflection of everything that poured into them throughout their life, whatever that looks like. That means that if this person is negative and condescending, and that's how they were brought up, and they never learned to change that element about themselves, they're going to be negative and condescending. I'm not going to get in my feelings about them being negative and condescending because I didn't expect them to be, or I feel like they shouldn't talk like that. I can feel however I want to feel, but other individuals are going to move according to how they want to move, they were taught to move, or their environment showed them how to move. And I don't have energy to judge them based off of that, because I know I'm doing the same. And when you harbor all this ill will because people moved in a way that you didn't expect them to, you can very well put yourself in a mental state to be stuck. Me, I like to let that stuff go. At the end of the day, I don't have time to wreck my brain to figure out why you should have done it, or what this could mean, or all this other stuff. At the end of the day, they did it because they felt like they needed to, or they were taught to respond in that way. All I really want to know is, do you want to be better? Do you understand that these gestures cause somebody hurt? And are we going to change going forward? And if the answer is no, I can respect that. I'm not going to hate you, love you less, or anything of that nature because you don't want to change. You are an adult and you have that right. And this is not fantasy. This is real life. And just as well as it's real life, if you want to stay the same, I can respect it. But you also have to respect the fact that if you're not going to change, I don't have to allow you to stay in my space. I can love you and watch you grow from a distance. And if something hurts me, if something makes me feel a way, I'm gonna process it through and let it go. Yeah, you're gonna go through a time where it hurts. Yes, you're gonna go through a time where you're feeling vindictive. Yes, you're gonna feel that there's a time that washed over you that you want to talk all the trash about this person and what you did for this person and how ungrateful they are and all the rest of that. Your emotions are gonna swirl around and drop you on your head for a couple of days, maybe a week or two, maybe a month. But after that, you pick yourself up and you realize that at the end of the day, the only person that's deciding to stay in that place is you. Because you assume, because you're in this crazy world mentally, you assume that they're just as miserable. They're probably not. They probably don't care. They probably were taught to act in this way. So to them, it probably isn't a problem. Yet you're moving throughout your life like you have lead in your shoes, holding yourself back, not pursuing your goals because you feel as though you need to put all your energy into this one moment and fix it because something's wrong and it made you feel a way and you're emotional and you're angry and you're hurt. And I get it. But you have to let go of the idea that you can control who anybody else shows up to be. If you don't like it, speak on it. let them respond accordingly. And if they don't respond how you need them to respond, you have another decision to make. Are you going to accept them as they are, or are you going to leave them where they're at? And once you make that decision, move on. Move on. So many people are living in this victim place where you still telling the same story 10, 15 years from now, and the only person is holding back is you. You're carrying that weight on your back, and you don't even realize it. Nobody is forcing you to continue to relive this memory. That is your choice. And at some point, you have to realize moving on is your choice as well. Peace.